Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And, of course, good morning, Mini Motorways. Let's go to Lisbon for today's daily challenge, which will see us having double bridges and double roundabouts. Let us take this, run that like so. The levels here in OBS appear to be, broadly speaking, fine. In my headphones, they are fucked. What the fuck is going on here, thing? Oh! The Wavelength software, which I use with my Wavelength microphone. Shout out El Gato. I bought your stuff. Sponsor me and give me more stuff or something, I guess? I don't know, man. Double monitoring detected? Oh, no. That's bad. Why is that a thing? That shouldn't be a thing. I don't believe you. I think you're lying to me, Elgato. You're fine. I can bring this up. Nope, wait, that is bad. Okay. Nope, you were right. You were smart. All right, fine. I just can't hear a damn thing in my... Oh. I got it. There we go. There we go. That's a little bit better. Worse? Who can possibly say? All right, fine. Whatever. We got this yellow business here. I thought I completed that. Thank you. Let's take a pair of roundabouts. Run this yellow going over here. These two yellow houses serve this yellow business. Everything is coming up Goog House. In fact, everything has been coming up Goog House for a couple of days now. I had a very good and productive weekend. I got a whole bunch of... Well, it didn't start as a productive weekend. I guess we'll start with Friday. So, on Friday, which was the day before the 4th of July, and therefore the day that my work observed the 4th of July holiday, and therefore a day that I don't have to work. On Friday, I got a new bed delivered. And I've needed a new bed for a while because I had an old bed and I am a large person. And when a large person has an old bed, eventually the large person has a divot in their bed. And yeah. Anyway, so I got a new bed. And the guys who delivered it were initially very confused because I went from having a king-size bed to a queen-size bed. So they were like, wait, you have a king-size bed in here, but we have a queen-sized bed. Oh no, we have fucked up. They had not, in fact, fucked up. That would come later. They did fuck up eventually, don't you worry. But it took them a little while in doing it. So, let's run this orange up here. We'll do that, and then we'll change these two houses to serve this business. That'll be better. You go there, you go here. All's right with the world and all that. So the delivery guys had not yet fucked up. However, somewhere in the line, you know, I went to a brick and mortar store here locally, which I will not be shouting out because, spoilers, I'm not happy with them. So I went to a brick and mortar store rather than like buying something online because one, I wanted to try it out for myself, and two, I knew that if I bought online, I would not have the option of having my stuff taken away. I would have to deal with the extant bed, and that's a lot. That would be an awful lot. So I didn't want to do that. I wanted, in fact, someone to come haul my broken ass shit away. So, as we take our motorway here for week number 3, I had the delivery guys come. They came and they were like, oh no, you have a king, we have a queen. What is wrong with this? And I had to tell them many times, nothing is wrong with that. I have a king, you have a queen. You are getting rid of a king. And they were like, oh. Because I guess they wanted to put the mattress in a box or something. In their box, and that wasn't going to happen. You know what? Let's not have this orange house here. This orange house here is not going to serve that business, I think. And we're just going to go like so. There. So the 3 of you, 1, 2, 3 of you will serve this business, and the 1, 2, 3 of you can continue serving this one. Could I maybe do like 4 go this way and Actually, hold on. That doesn't seem like a horrendous idea. Sorry about that, tree. We bulldozed a tree. What if the... Foop. We're just doing this live because why not? You go up there like that, and then you render unto me 2 more roundabouts. You do that. Yeah. That makes more sense, doesn't it? Or at least some level of sense. Now we have 4 houses serving a circle and more simpler, straighter, shorter roads. Yeah, sure, that seems fine. This is a little weird and screwy, but it'll be okay. I hope. So I had a mattress and a box spring and a bed frame. And the guys were like, oh, we'll take away your mattress and your box spring, but we don't take away bed frames, buddy. Unless... And then he kind of looked at me, and then he looked down in his hand, and he did the universal gesture of give me some money. And then he kind of looked at me, and he winked, and he looked down in his hand, and he did the universal gesture of give me some money. And here is the part where I am an idiot. I correctly identified that the man wanted money for this service. However, I do not know how to negotiate, apparently, and I began with a too large bid. In retrospect, I should have offered him $50 for him and his buddies to break down my old-ass bed and haul it away. Instead, I offered him $200, and he was like, yes. So I paid too much money for this illicit transaction, and then he and his friends, having successfully conned me out of money, did a shitty job of it. They took away like 85% of my old-ass bed. There's a moral to be learned here, friends. The moral is this is why we do not engage in under-the-table transactions. We engage in transactions that are over the table. This is why there's a table. We should respect the table. Respect the table. Title of the episode. Maybe. Possibly. Who's to say? Oh, let's open a notepad document and actually make note of things. So I got my new bed, and I went back to the bathroom because, well, at the start of this whole adventure, I had put Nora, you remember Nora, she's a cat, she's orange. I had put Nora in the bathroom so that she could stay there and be slightly less freaked out by the presence of dudes, and also so that the furniture movers could just have the door open and go in and out as they pleased without concern of letting the cat out. So I leave the cat in the bathroom, and the dudes come and they do their thing, and then the dudes leave. So I go to get the cat out of the bathroom, and there's no cat in the bathroom. I open the bathroom door, there is no cat. I look in the bathtub, there is no cat. I look, behind the toilet, behind the shower curtain, everywhere I can think to look, there is no cat. So I, giant economy-sized fat person, have a sudden panicking moment of, oh my god, where is my cat? I must run out of my home and go find these mover persons to see if they will admit to having left the door open, and also, did they see my cat? So in a dead sprint, I turn and I run out of my bathroom, and I get exactly 0 steps. For you see, in my turning and running, I planted my foot on a towel that I, my very own personal self, had put on my bathroom floor via laziness and stupidity. And in so doing, actually, you know what? I was just going to connect these 2 plazas and try to be cute about it, but no, that's stupid. So instead, we're going to draw motorway number 1. This will be a bridge eventually. Have no fear. This will be a bridge immediately. These grays go here, these grays go here. This will be a bridge eventually. So I plant my foot on this towel, and I pivot, and I take 1 step to sprint. But as I'm lifting my foot, the towel slips, and my knee smashes just down as hard as it possibly can. I smash my knee on my bathroom floor, like right on the little raised transitional lip between hallway and bathroom. I bang my knee right on that. As I'm falling, I reach to the wall to steady myself, and I scrape my hand against something. I don't know if it was the light switch or like a little raised bit of dry paint or what, but I scrape my hand against something, leaving a scratch and swelling mark that I still have several days later. That just happens. And I thud to the ground with a mighty bang. So now I am in pain and still without a cat. I hobble my now crippled fat ass out of my bathroom and out of my home and down the stairs and out into the common area of my condo complex. And I shout after the moving van, "Hey guys! Hey guys!" And I interrogate these men, these very large, competent men who have just recently demonstrated their largeness and quickness with physical movings. And I interrogate these men. Are you sure you did not leave the bathroom door open? Did anyone see this adorable orange fuzzy kitty cat? I did not use the words adorable and fuzzy. I probably did say orange. And they insist that they did not open the door and they did not let the cat out, and they promise that they did not see her. And I do not believe them because, as recently stated, they have 1, screwed me out of money, and 2, done a poor job. So, I was not terribly happy with these gentlemen, but to their credit, they got out of their truck and came back with me into my apartment to look for my cat, unsuccessfully so. 4 people now ransacking my home looking for this fucking cat. Did not find the fucking cat. I go back outside, make 3 circles around my building, attracting the attention of all of my next door neighbors, who, to their credit, many of which begin looking for this fucking cat. Cannot find the cat. I am convinced that the cat is gone. The cat has bolted. The cat, for all intents and purposes, no longer exists. And I decide, well, this is my life now. I have lost my cat. I am the worst person. I might as well die. I should go look in the bathroom one more time. So I decide to go look in the bathroom one more time, just in case, just to be safe. And I look behind the toilet, and she's not there. And I look down at the bathroom cabinet, and I realize that my bathroom cabinet, the cabinet under the sink, does not have an actual bottom because the previous owners had just let it warp due to water damage, and it fell out very quickly after I bought this condo. So there's just open space there. And I get down on my hands and my aching, throbbing knee. And I stick my head in this cabinet, and I move aside 2 bottles of cleaner, and I stick my hand against what I think is the false wood backing of this cabinet, and I feel fur. I have found the cat. She was, in a broad sense, exactly where I put her, because as you will recall, this started with me putting the cat in the bathroom. The cat never left the bathroom. I was just a fucking dumbass. So the cat never left the bathroom. I was just a fucking dumbass. Good news is we found the cat. The mover guys left. The neighbors were reassured. I was once again presently with a cat, which is a good state of being, all things considered. Let's draw this bridge and kill that motorway. Get that back. This house here can go that away. That's fine. This blue house, I didn't really intend to serve this business, but yeah, I don't even know if I knew that this blue house existed, so it's fine. It can go there. This is all well and good. So we found the cat. Well, I found the cat, and the cat was fine and safe and good and whatever. And then I went over to Sam's house and we played games, and it was a good fun time. This gray business over here is kind of annoying. What are we going to do about that? I think what we're going to do is we're going to take all of these grays. Yeah, we're going to take these 5 grays. Draw motorway number 2 just like that. Yeah. Maybe I could bridge that. I could probably bridge that, actually. Maybe a bridge is the correct answer there. How do we feel? Is a bridge the better answer here? Bridge might be the better answer here. I think I'm 1 road tile short of actually having a bridge here, but yeah, we'll just do that for now. Do that. In a moment's time, we'll get these grays back over to here. Should all be fine. Oof. Give me the 3rd motorway. We'll deal with only having 9 road tiles for a day, for a week. It will, as they say, be okay. These 2 blues here. Motorway number 2 themselves straight up to here. I could, if I get all sorts of better motorway coverage, bridge coverage even, run these blues bridgely up here. I would have to redo these yellows as well. I think motorway number 2 might just be a permanent feature at this point. It's not a bug, it's a feature. I don't know, man. Let's put this orange house on this road going up here. It's already Friday. We don't have to worry about being out of road anymore. So that's good. Here, why don't you do that? That'll look a little bit nicer. I don't know if that'll actually save me anything, but it's fine. So that was my Friday. I got a new bed. The movers made a fucking disaster out of my house. And I almost but didn't lose my cat. So that was nice. That was fun. That was a good time. Saturday, I had a very, very good and productive day. I cleaned so much fucking shit. Oh my God. Let's take 2 bridges and consider, briefly, what we're doing with this orange business. I think what we're doing is, yeah, we're just going to straight up kill and murder this gray road. Because this gray road had previously only existed to support these gray houses in the service of this gray business. But we don't really need that to happen anymore. So it doesn't happen. You know what? I think maybe these grays want to serve this, and then these can motor... No, that seems silly. Yeah, that just seems silly. All right. This orange here needs to be supported. We've got these 3 oranges right there. Let's have the 3 of you zoop down here. Serve that. Seems good. You know what? You over here are 4 light blues, and... Oh, okay, you got a 4th light blue up here. I was going to kill and redraw this entire thing, Ski, but now I don't have to. Although maybe I should. Yeah, I think maybe I should, just because if I do that, if I take these blues out of the equation, that means I can add these grays over here for this circle, which is good. So we'll take these blues right here, and we'll run this road going that way. Now off you go. Saturday, I cleaned all of the trash and crap that the movers left in my bedroom, and all of the trash and crap that had piled up in my living room, and I crushed up a whole bunch of boxes and stuff that had piled up in my kitchen, largely through neglect, but also back pain and mental illness. They're very two bad and important things in my life. And I got all of those taken care of, most of those taken care of. I still have to make a couple of trips to the dumpster because it was hot. Did I mention that it was hot? Oh God, it was so fucking hot. Oh God, it was so fucking hot. It is ever so slightly less hot, but it was still pretty fucking hot. Oh goodness, oh my back. Yeah, I was about to say that my back was feeling much better, and it is compared to, where it was feeling much better, but I still, every now and then, will make a movement and be like, oh, nope, shouldn't have been that way. That hurts. You know what? I have 4 bridges. I think I'm going to use some of these bridges again, and we're going to draw a little orange road that goes down here and replaces the motorway serving this business. You go up that way. You come over here. These 4 blues are still without a purpose, which is fine. This is a third dark blue for this business over here. I could actually... Let's swipe. This is a little bit lengthy and stupid, but let's have a couple of these dark blue houses. Yeah. You see, that was immediately worth doing because this circle here is getting a little funsky. Matter of fact, I'm going to steal another one just to provide additional backup support. And that still leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue houses serving that blue circle. So I think that's fine. Give me another couple of bridges. We'll take a 4th and 5th bridge instead of a 5th and 6th roundabout. This is the kind of thing that never actually matters in mini motorways. You hit a point where it's like, am I really going to use these upgrades? And the answer is no, but they're there. They're free. You might as well take them. It's not like there are starving children in China to whom the motorway upgrades would go otherwise. This is not the clean your plate method. Hey, this yellow circle is starting to get problematic. Because we've only got so many. You know what? Actually, I'm just going to leave that. I'm going to put that over here because this is also not exactly happy making going over to here. But what I am going to do is I'm going to take these 1, 2, 3, 4 yellows right here. And we're just going to boop, and we're just going to add them to the road here. I think we're going to create motorway number 3, and then just draw that up along here. Ow. If the audio quality suddenly got much worse, it's because I turned away from the microphone, like a dipshit. Also, if the sound balance mixing is off, it's because I fucked with OBS, like a dipshit. I think it's fine. The levels look good. I can barely hear myself talk, but I'm pretty sure that's a me problem. I might be able to fix that here at the mic. Here, let's futz with stuff. Oh, wait. I'm futzing with stuff. I think I'm futzing with the level of the music relative to the me, which is one way of doing things. Another way of doing things would be to mess with me relative to the level of the music. Also, the music was fading out, so there's that. All right, here we go. This is better, right? Yeah, we're going to pretend that this is better. All right, let's take a motorway. Second motorway, definitely more likely to be used than a third traffic light. This blue business is dying. Why? Don't know. Let's fix that. And by fix that, I mean we're going to put a traffic light right here. Just for this one blue house. I could theoretically make that be for more than this one blue house. I do have more houses. I do have more houses is Mitt Romney's real estate portfolio. How many does he have? I don't know. More. Why don't you come down here? We'll add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you. Just in like that. Make this little ugly-ass hairpin turn situation. Would this be better served as a roundabout just because there's so much traffic here? This might be better served as a roundabout just because there's so much damn traffic here. You know what? We have 4 roundabouts. Fine. Let's do it. Yeah. You come in like there. You're actually horrendously positioned. No, that would be fine. Here. You go in there. You go in there. There. Now nobody has to stop at a stupid light. They just have to, go through a stupid circle. I'm sure the stupid circle will be much better.
Let the record show that this viewer was here first.
Lacey is bored, was here first. Good morning, Lacey. Thank you for being here. First as you were. Everything has decided to get mad now. Let's see. This orange circle I understand being mad because it only has 2 houses serving it. This gray circle I'm a little bit peeved with. Because honestly, friend, you've got so much going on here. This gray house isn't connected to anything, is it? No. Okay. Let's see here. Lacey is alive, which is generally a good state of being. Certainly preferable to the alternative. This will come down here and do that. I definitely don't want to leave this in a position where anything has to be disconnected and wait to be reconnected, because this business, as with many others, is presently dying. Actually, these serve this business, which is very much presently dying. You are another dark light blue. You're going to come up here, serve that. That's going to be fine. This gray just got fixed by that. This orange, this yellow is also dying. How can I help this yellow? Well, I can put that yellow house on the road. That's a good start. And next, I can realize that I've done everything that I can and need to do. Yeah, probably. Let's put these two blues on this orange road and then connect it over here. That'll let these two blues serve this business should they need to, which is fine. What else is dying? This light blue is dying. No, okay, you're just mad because all of the light blues are mad. I don't respect you. What are we going to do about this orange? That's a good question. To which I do not truly have an acceptable answer. Let's have these three oranges here go that away, and we'll kind of recreate this on-ramp situation, off-ramp situation. Sure, that'll be fine. I just threw a couple of grays over here to serve you. I just threw a couple of grays over here to serve you. You are still getting acclimated to your new roundabout, which at a glance appears to be working, actually. Like, that appears to just be okay, which is surprising, but I'm not complaining. This yellow circle's dying. This yellow circle's dying. Can I do anything for either of those? Probably not. This gray has not yet calmed down. We're probably going to get over 3,000 trips, though. So that's at least a decent score. I think we're just going to kind of be okay with 3,000 trips, to be honest with you. Let's take a motorway. Do I have like a big hunk of unused yellows that I'm not seeing here? Yeah, I really don't. And it's too late now. All right, fine. 3,104 commuters over 105 days. That feels like a score. That sure is a number of trips. Perhaps even a good one. Who's to say? 3,104 in Lisbon is top 15% in the world. Not as good as Samurai Sam. Drop those slams in the chat. And let us bring in our very good friend, the Wordle. Where'd you go, Wordle? Come here, you. Doot and a doot and you know what to doot? Sure. The Wordle today is olive. No? All right, fine. There's an O in it, however. That's something. The Wordle today is rough. It could be rough. Nothing saying it's not. We found where the O goes. And that's about it. So, the Wordle today is footy, on account of all that soccer what's been happening. The Wordle today is footy? No? All right. But we do know now that there's a T and the word ends with Y. So that's something. The Wordle today is Tondi. Now, don't ask me what Tondi means. It could be Topsy. Topsy and also... Topsy? You're not going to say that Topsy's a... It's not going to give me Topsy as a word. Really? Really? Awful. Awful. Okay. The Wordle today is towny. You know, it has a sort of small suburban burg vibe to it. It's kind of towny. No? Okay, fine. But we do know where the T winds up, so that's nice. The Wordle today is toady, as in lunky, as in flunky, as in mook, as in no. Okay. but there's a... What? I'm sorry? Is it toddy? Like hot toddy? The fuck is this? Okay. All right, the wordle today is toddy. Sure, that sure is a word. I see no reason why that couldn't be a word, I guess. Let us play Time Guesser, and as you might be able to tell by the smiling faced man right here, this is not today's Time Guesser. It is another custom Time Guesser from our very good friend Samurai Sam, and this is Samurai Sam outside of the Cadillac Palace Theater, which might be in New York, by which I mean Manhattan. I don't know. This is showing Disney's Aladdin, the hit Broadway musical, but, well... You know what? I don't know this for sure. And folks who actually live or have seen these plays, feel free to correct me. I have a suspicion that if your theater has to hang a banner advertising a play or performance that is being shown there, and the banner says Broadway twice, your theater is not actually on Broadway. I just have a hunch. This is just a hunch, and I could be wrong about stuff. I could be very wrong about stuff, because this could very easily be the like Radio City Music Hall or whatever. I'm trying to see what this logo is. This is like CNA. Is that like, I don't know, Canadian National Airlines? Are we in Toronto? Sam, are you in Toronto? Now, I think the thing here is we're supposed to know where the Cadillac Palace Theater is, which I don't, but I have a hunch. So your Broadway, your sign says Broadway, not once but twice, right? It leads me to think that you're not actually on Broadway, and you're like compensating for something. You're compensating for the fact that you're not on Broadway by telling people, oh, it's just like Broadway. We've got this hit Broadway musical. Your Broadway wish is granted. Broadway. It's Broadway. It's not Broadway. There's no Broadway in Chicago, as a famous man once said. Anyway. Are we in Chicago? Why on earth would we be in Chicago other than the fact that Sam has the fact that Sam has previously done one of these where Sam was in Chicago is also a point of fact that I should consider. Or I could just say, fuck it, we're in Chicago. We're going to go with that. Fuck it, we're in Chicago. Fuck it, we're in Chicago. We are... specifically at, I don't know, man. Yeah, we're near the Chicago Theater. There you go. We're at the Chicago Theater in Chicago, Illinois. In 2016? Sure. Seems feasible. About to see the Broadway production of Aladdin as it was touring in Chicago. Now, granted, I got the year wrong, but, you know, we sussed out the location based on hunches and vibes and such. Good job, Goog. Next. We have a cake. Dear friends, I poured my heart into this cake I baked for you. I hope you enjoy it. Yours truly, Peach. Okay. So this is... probably a thing like at a Nintendo place, which would make me think maybe Tokyo, but it could also be that one local barcade that Sam likes, or some horrendous third thing that I haven't considered. Oh, good Lord. What if it's some horrendous third thing that I had not considered? Okay, the fact that this is in English and not Japanese tells me I should not go to Tokyo. We're going to say that this is not Tokyo. And instead... man, this is either a know it or you don't, and I just don't. What is this? This right down here. This is... Lining on a thing that looks like Bowser's shell. Okay. It's not like a giveaway of where we are or nothing. All right. Okay, so this is English, so it's not Tokyo. And I'm about to shit on our dear friends, the barcade that's local to us. This looks entirely too good to be served by the barcade what's local to us. So we are in New York, 2016? Sure. Fine. Why not? We are in New York, by which we mean Manhattan, New York, in 2016. It was in Japan. Okay, fine. All right, fine. It was Nintendo World in there. All right. Hi, Sam. So we've got big old statue mural wall thing. Fine, great. Greek or perhaps Roman carvings of such. Probably Roman carvings of such. And a Sam. We're in Rome, and I'm just going to keep guessing 2016 for stuff. We are in Rome, and I'm just going to keep guessing 2016 for stuff. Sam, I've noticed that your time guessers are very, do you know where this place is? If you don't, you're fucked. And, well, I don't know where this is. Oh my God. Ah! Turns out that's at the George Walter Vincent Smith Art Museum, which is in Springfield, Massachusetts, which is ever so slightly not fucking Rome. Okay, this is not a good time guesser, Sam. This is, hey, we're at a zoo. Do you recognize this lemur? I don't know. It's a lemur. Hello, dude with a jacket. Does your jacket happen to say, well, no, hold on. Your jacket says ZSL Condos. Okay. So, obviously, ZSL is for Zambia or Swaziland. Clearly. These are the Zambia or Swaziland condos, and I don't think they're in Zambia. So we are in... God. I don't know, man. Let's pretend I know trees and say these trees aren't Australian trees. We're in New England. You're double bluffing us. We are in Templeton, Massachusetts. In, I don't know, man. I'm just going to keep saying 2016 for stuff. Clearly. We're in London. Obviously. ZSL, the Zoo of South London. You thought I might suss out London from the Ondo. The thing... That's not an S. I thought it said condos. It says London. Okay, fine. This is Sam pretending to pick the nose of a statue of Milton Berle, which Milton Berle would find very funny. All right, so we got Milton Berle and Fred Rogers, and I think that's Bob Hope. So we're at some famous dead people cemetery. There's Jim Henson as well. And if we're at a famous dead people cemetery, we're probably in Los Angeles, California. Los Angeles would have plenty of things that are basically famous dead people cemeteries. We are in Los Angeles, California in 12. This feels like a very, well, oldish picture and also young Sam arm. So, yeah. We're in Los Angeles, California in 2012. Hey, I was right. It was his young Sam arm. Now, granted, it was at the Hollywood studios in Florida. So, not actually. Okay, fine. We did bad. We did bad. We did bad. Yeah, we did bad at that one. We did bad. For today's edition of StatPad, we need ribbies by Reds outfielders over the last 5 years, a dude in the National League who had over 200 hits in that same season, a Marlins outfielder over the past 5 years, a dude in the American League who had 200. Okay, so this is just all right. Reds outfielder. Wonderful question. Name a Cincinnati Red. Ellie De La Cruz is a shortstop. Billy Hamilton, the modern fast one, was not modern enough and very bad. So, not that. And then you've got a wonderful question. Jay Bruce was a good Reds outfielder, but he did not play for them. He certainly did not play well for them over the last 5 years. I don't think he played for them at all, but he certainly did not play well for them. Well, you see, Jose Guillen was a Reds outfielder, but not in the past 5 seasons. Josh Hamilton was a Reds outfielder, but not in the past 5 seasons. Ryan Friel, I think, was a Reds outfielder, but not in the past 5 seasons. I know he played mostly third base, but I think they stuck him in the outfield every once in a while. He was like one of those dudes you could stick everywhere kind of dudes. Those are good dudes to have. Every team should have one of those dudes. But probably not as their primary run driving in guy. Hunter Green is a pitcher. Hunter King is an actress. Michael King is a pitcher. Michael Cole is a commentator. So this has not been helpful. Sam knows of a quite good Red who signed with a different team for the 2022 season. Is this Tommy Pham? Tommy Pham was a Red, wasn't he? It's probably not Tommy Pham. Fuck it. 2021 Tommy Pham. We're going with 2021 Tommy Pham. Played for the Padres. Okay. Dude was a free agent outfielder 4 years ago. That doesn't help. It wasn't Starling Marte because he had been a Pirate. God damn. J.D. Davis was a third baseman and also mostly a Met. Eugenio Suarez was a Red, but he was a third baseman. So, not him. Josh Willingham, I think, had a cup of coffee with the Reds, but not in the last 5 years, and he would not have been very good with them if he did. Mark Canha? No, he was an A. Mark Canha was an A. Ryan Ludwig? Ryan Ludwig was a Red, wasn't he? Yeah. Was he any good? I don't think so. Was 2022 Ryan Ludwig any good? I guess it would be 21. If he signed with a different team for the 22 season. This is probably just a different fella. Is 2021 Ryan Ludwig any good? Your dude is on the Padres now. I can name some Padres. It's not Fernando Tatis Jr. It's not Jake Cronenworth. It's not Luis Arise. Ryan Ludwig's last game was in 2014. Well, would have discovered that. It's not Jake Cronenworth. It's not Xander Bogaerts. It's not Manny Machado. It's not Luis Ariz. I might be out of Padres. Also, Luis Ariz is a Giant now. It's not Cody Ross. He used to be a Giant and a Red. It's not Johnny Gomes. Johnny Gomes was a Red, but he was mostly not, and also not in the time frame. Well, you see, what happened was Marcelo's, no. Who's on the Padres? Yu Darvish is on the Padres, but he's a pitcher. Greg Maddux was on the Padres, but he's retired and was a pitcher. So it's probably not him. Who the fuck? Who in the actual fuck has ever played for the Cincinnati Reds? Like, let's be real here. Let's be honest with ourselves. Guy started his career on the Tigers. So he started his career on the Tigers. He wound up with the Reds. Now he's on the Padres. It's not Austin Jackson. He was bad. Well, Austin Jackson had some fine years. 22. He signed with the Phillies. It was part of the Phillies 2022 team that went to the World Series. So he starts his career with the Tigers. He might or might not have a team in between. He winds up on the 2021 Cincinnati Reds. He's good. Then he signs with the Phillies. Then 3 years go by, and now he's a Padre. Good offense, crappy defense. This sounds like Nelson Cruz, aside from the fact that he's now. And also, it's definitely not Nelson Cruz. Is this Jamer Candelario? No. No, that's exceedingly wrong. Oh! Fuck me, dude! It's a drive into deep left field by Nick Castellanos. It'll be a home run. It's a 4-0 game, and I may never wear this headset again. Fucking hell. Thank you, Sam. All right. We need a dude in the National League over the past 45 years who had 200 hits and a bunch of RSBI in the same season. That's a lot of variables. That's an awful lot of variables. That sounds like work. I just want to say Chipper Jones. I don't know if Chipper Jones... Was Chipper Jones a 200 hits guy? That's a lot of hits. On the other hand, Chipper Jones was excellent. Fuck thinking about shit. I'm just going to say Chipper Jones. We're going to say 1999 Chipper Jones. No, we're going to say 2001 Chipper did not have 200 hits. We're going to say 1999. We're going to say 2002. We're going to say 1998 Chipper. We're going to abandon the Chipper Jones experiment. This doesn't have to be outfield. This just has to be a dude with 200 hits, which is apparently not Chipper Jones. So we're going to abandon Chipper Jones. Fuck you, Chipper Jones. Not hit getting guy. Too many K's and dingers. Fucker. I realize that a dinger is a hit, but you didn't get 200 of them. How dare you walk? What are you thinking? Doing all of that walking. Chipper. Dickbag. All right, fine. Who would have gotten two? Oh, fuck, it's Jose Reyes. No, it's not Jose Reyes. It's not Jose Reyes because it cares about RBI, too. It might be David Wright. It might be like a really good David Wright season. Like, say, 2010 David Wright. It could be 2010 David Wright. Is it 2010 David Wright? No. Is it 2009 David Wright? No. Is it 2011 David Wright? No. 2012 David Wright? No. 2008 David Wright? No. Hag. Man, 200 hits is so many hits. In 1 year? In 1 year you had 200 hits? And you drove in runs? What the fuck are you doing with your life, this random dude? Fuck. I want to say like 2007 Jose Reyes, because I know he like contended for the batting title and had presumably therefore a whole bunch of hits. But he was also at the top of the Mets order in 2000. Well, the Mets were... Fuck. It's probably not 2007 Jose Reyes. And yet. We're going to say Jose Reyes, even though he's a shitbag and also a top of the order guy. It's 2007 Jose. It's 2008 Jose Reyes. Fine. 28th percentile. Fuck you, Jose Reyes. Oh, Todd Helton had 200. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. We need a Marlins outfielder over the past 5 seasons. Someone can... Oh, yeah, this is apparently just name a Colorado Rocky. Name me a fucking Miami Marlin over... Not even outfield. Name one player on the Miami Marlins who isn't their good pitcher over the past 5 seasons. You can't do it. It's impossible. Fucking hell. Marlins outfielder. Fuck you. Marlins outfielder is... I have no earthly idea. Josh Willingham was cooked. Griffin Conine is bad. I deserve bonus points for remembering the name Griffin Conine. You know, I'm just saying Griffin Conine. Fuck you. I don't have to prove anything to anyone. It's Griffin Conine. Nope. It's Griffin Conine. See, he had 8 RBI in 2025. That means he's good. Brian De La Cruz, Jorge Soler, these are fake names. These are not real men. Griffin Conine. That's a real person I thought of. A dude in the American League who had over 200 hits in the same season and also drove in a whole bunch of runs, because why the fuck not? I don't know, man. Ow. How do we feel about 1999 Nomar Garciaparra? I feel pretty good, actually, about 1999 Nomar Garciaparra. I feel pretty good about 1998 Nomar. I feel okay about 2000 Nomar Garcia. I've had worse thoughts than 1997 Nomar Garciaparra. Fine. 98 RBI, 51st percentile, Albert Goddamn Bell. Works for me. Why don't you have a photo of Nomar Garciaparra? Shame on you, StatPad. We need an Orioles outfielder over the last 5 seasons. This is pick a Cedric Mullins here. Not 2025. We're going to say 2023 Cedric Mullins. 74 RBI, 91st percentile. Good job, Goog. Tony Banks also exists. Tony Banks would have been the correct choice, but that's for silly, dumb people. Friends, this has been an abomination of a stat pad. It has been a disaster. It has been a clusterfuck. We got Nick Castellanos after an hour with a lot of hand-holding. Other than that, a complete and total disaster of a stat pad. But it should be noted, a pretty good episode of Good Morning Mini Motorways. Thank you all so very much for being here. And hey, oh, by the way, 2 bits of good news. One, I'm replacing this terrible song. You'll never hear it on this playlist ever again. Second, our stream schedule for the week. Don't say too much about it. This can always change, okay? I don't even want to lay out the exact ramifications and particularities and the thing that this might actually represent, but as of right now, we could do this. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't it be lovely if I could honestly say that I will see you again tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock Eastern, for another edition of Good Morning Mini Motorways? And tomorrow evening, 5:30, for Final Fantasy XIV? Stranger things have happened, right? Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.